Hey, good morning. It's Renee with, look, her messy bun. I've been growing out my hair so I can do a messy bun. Here we are. It's messy, all right. So how are you guys? So I wanted to do something a little fun today. I wanted to educate you guys since I have, so August 1st, I decided that I'm going to focus on my health and wellness and completely focus on my lifestyle. So for the month of August, I did awesome. September, we're just going to pretend was not awesome. And then October started off not awesome like September. And then I drew a line in the sand on October 15th. I said, this is enough, Renee. So how many of you have woke up, even if it's today, and today's the day? Today is the day, right? So you put the line in the sand and you say, okay, today's the day. I am going to do X for myself. I'm going to do X for my diet. I'm going to do X for my body. And then at noon, you have the cake, or you come home from work and you don't move your body, right? So have we all been there? Okay. So I'm that person, and I'm done with her. So me and her had a talk, and I was like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you making excuses, being a spectator, cheating yourself by having the cookie. Like, we're done, Renee. So I had to talk with myself, and I said, I'm done. So I've been done. So I wanted to share over the last, really 3 months, I've learned very valuable things, and I wanted to share those with you. I made a short list of the 10 things that help me with this low carb and keto diet. And I think it's really important that you take some notes and you take some grace for yourself, because the one thing that we do as women, men are a little easier. We love you too, men, but men are a little easier. Like, they literally can stop eating carbs today, and by Friday they lost 10 pounds. Like, women, it doesn't work like that. So I wanted to have all of my friends, both men and women, learn something today, because everything that I'm going to share is inclusive to both genders. But just know that we know that men, for whatever reason, get to the finish line quicker, okay? So the very first thing I want you guys to think about is, when you're at the grocery store, where do you shop? Do you shop every aisle? Do you shop the perimeter? So the first tip is that when you're at the grocery store, the very first thing is you're going to flip everything you buy in a box or in a tub, or just start flipping your food, because it's very important, if you're going to do low carb and keto, that you pay attention to sugar and carbohydrates, okay? Because those are the two, triggers. So when you flip your box, this is very important, because sometimes labels are deceiving. So how many of you have ever picked up a Greek yogurt, maybe it's vanilla or something, and you're like, oh, this brand is healthy. I saw my friend Renee eating this. And then you flip it and you're like, oh my gosh, there's 15 grams of sugar. So I didn't eat the vanilla Greek yogurt. I did the plain. So very important that you read the back of the label. So when you read the back of the label, let's take those Mission low carb wraps, okay? So the Mission low carb wraps, let's say that has, 15 carbohydrates, okay? But then let's say it has 19 carbohydrates, and let's say it has 15 grams of fiber. You would minus the carbohydrates, minus the fiber or the sugar alcohol, and that is your net carbs. So it'd be 5 net carbs. So now you can take a breath, okay? So it's always carbs minus fiber. Whatever you're eating, always pay attention to that. Now, if you have a gluten sensitivity, that's a separate live. We'll talk about that later, but this is strictly to flip your box and know that carbs minus fiber or carbs minus sugar alcohol equals your net carbs. So pay attention to the marketing, pay attention to the back. So make it fun. Get your kids involved. It's fun. My kids flip stuff in my house all the time. They're like, Mom, look, it's only 1 gram of sugar. That's awesome. When your kids are involved, it makes it a lifestyle. Okay, number 2. This is another one. Guilty. Guilty as charged, still struggling. Water. Everybody hears about water, right? Drink more water. Drink a lot of water. You should drink half your body weight. You should drink a gallon. Well, my challenge to every one of you is to actually track your water for I don't even know that you could go a week without learning your bad patterns, but I would say at least 3 days. Like, just track your water for 3 days. So I was convinced that I was drinking more than a gallon a day. I drink water all day long. Well, I started tracking a week ago, and I'm drinking an average of 77 ounces, which is still great, but I need to drink like 100 to 120 ounces a day. So you guys want to definitely, the first is to drink half your body weight. No, I'm not 240 pounds, just so you know. I am over 200, just a smidge, but I'm working on it, and it's not about the scale, which we'll talk about, but I'm very, very focused on my water intake. So today is the day I'm going to hit my 100 ounces. Okay. You heard it here live. I will post later, but I've been tracking. Yesterday I did 90 ounces. I was so close. So water is extremely important. It flushes you out. It keeps you full, and it's super healthy for your body. Okay. Number 3, how many of you have ever heard, especially, again, we're going back to our friend, the women. I love you men. Everybody should be doing this, but electrolytes. So I'm grabbing one right now. Okay, so electrolytes, and you can get them over the counter. You can drink pickle juice. You can add Himalayan salt. Electrolytes are super important. Magnesium, potassium, sodium. Now, we sell electrolytes, and pretty much I give them with my ketones when I ship them out. But it's really important that every person replenishes their electrolytes, especially on a low carb and keto diet, because you're a little more dehydrated. That's also why you should be drinking more water. And then for those of you that are strict keto, if you get a headache or you're just not feeling well, add electrolytes. I promise you that'll all go away. It's very important to keep the sodium, magnesium, and potassium levels high, especially on a low-carb keto diet. So if you have any other questions about electrolytes, let me know. Okay, number 4. I'm allergic to number 4. Move your body. So how many of you have an Apple Watch? Okay, so I have an Apple Watch. There's an activity app on there. It has 3 rings. First is for standing, second is for moving, and third is for exercise. Now, I'm pretty good, like most people, standing all day long, right? So I always close my stand goal because I'm up early and I go to bed late. Move goal, I pretty much hit. It's the green one, right? It's the exercise. So you have to get your heart rate up in order to be considered exercise. So again, August was amazing. September was inconsistent. I don't even want to talk about it. October started off a little rocky. And then since October 15th, I've been able to close my rings and do my exercise. So what's really been fun is I've included my kids. I've included my husband. We go on walks. We started lifting weights. We started using, my kid broke my exercise ball. It's behind me here. If you can see, she's dead as a doornail because that's what happens when your kids get involved. So I have to order a new one. But we were using the ball, and I think we're having a lot of fun. So it's not about crazy, right? So if today is your day and you're like, you know what, Renee, I'm going to flip my box. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to do electrolytes, but this moving my body, I don't want to join a gym. You don't have to join a gym. All you have to do is be committed to moving your body, okay? So if today you go to work and you work in an office, park in the last spot. If you work in the mall, walk the mall on your lunch break. If you like to watch TV, on every commercial, get up and do lunges. Do a wall sit. Have you ever sat on the wall? It's not fun and it's not easy. Do a plank. There are so many ways to move your body just by walking around. I've been doing a lot of flexibility, some yoga, if you will, because it also burns calories and it moves your body. So walking, lunges, squats, push-ups, jumping rope. How many of you guys have little kids? So if you have a little kid and you're a stay-at-home mom today and you have a jump rope for one of your little kids, grab that jump rope and start jumping with your kids. First and foremost, how fun, how cool of a mom will you be? Number 2, you're burning calories and you are moving your body, which is super fun. So are we liking this list? Give me some love. So I just felt like I needed to share because I'm always just talking on here, like usually just some kind of craziness. I said, you know what? I actually have some value to add today because I've learned a lot over these past few months and I wanted to share. Okay, so how many of you guys are like, oh no, Renee is on that keto low carb diet. All she's doing is dipping her bacon in her butter. I am not eating a keto diet. Not me. I am not eating bacon and butter. So give me some love if you think the keto diet is bacon and butter. Give me some love. Give me some comments because I know you do. It is not bacon and butter. Okay, a keto diet is 5 to 10% carbs, 20 to 30% proteins, and 60 to 70% fats every day. So now you're like, okay, what? Why would you eat fat if you want to have fat loss? Well, there's things like avocado, fish, meat, what else? Nuts. Okay, there's stuff with healthy fats. Believe it or not, butter, like the Kerrygold Irish butter has healthy fats, coconut oil. So there are healthy alternatives to getting your healthy fats. Okay, then protein, easy, right? Meats, veggies, and then carbohydrates. So yeah, I eat carbs. I eat low carb, but I do try to get carbs. You have to have carbohydrates for your brain to function, just so you guys know. So I am not strict keto. I am tracking my macros. I'm not a crazy tracker at this time. I'm just learning. I would say I'm in stage 1 tracking, where I'm just trying to figure out, like, what am I eating? What does that equate to? What are certain foods that have more or less fat? So I'm just learning. So I'm actually having fun. I'm using a free app called Lose It. It's the Lose It app. And I'm really trying to educate myself on what I'm putting in my body, because I'll tell you what, when we get to, where are we? Well, I guess not until number 8. When we talk about the scale, you'll understand more. So keto and low carb can be fun. I made a casserole the other night it was chicken, broccoli, bacon, ranch, with cheese, okay, all mixed up, and it was a casserole. It was amazing. But again, everything in moderation. So maybe you don't like dairy. Well, there's ways to do this diet or this lifestyle. Let me not use the word diet. That's something else we committed to as a family. We are not using the word diet. In the Kearney house, we call it our lifestyle. We're doing a healthy lifestyle. And we're slowly getting everybody on track. One of the best practices I would tell you, if today is your day, and you're the mom or you're the dad and you're choosing this new journey with food and exercise, I would encourage you strongly not to call it a diet, because then your kids think that everything you're doing is specific for you and a diet, when really, if your kids are sugared up and caffeinated or whatever they're doing with bad choices with food, and then you're making good choices with food, you're not really helping them understand the value of eating better for longevity of life and health, not about fat loss. So it's just something I heard recently, and it really resonated with me, because I grew up with a mom that always was on a diet, and she had her diet food, and then we ate all the garbage. Hi, I'm 44. I still struggle with making better food choices and not using the word the diet, because mom's been on a keto low carb diet for a year, and I haven't done well at it. I haven't been a good role model. So I am learning how to be a better role model and bringing my family along the journey with me and making better choices. Like today, I'm making cracked chicken for dinner. My kids love cracked chicken. They don't know it's low carb keto. They just know it's cracked chicken. So we're going to eat it together, and we're going to have an awesome dinner. My kids, I make them pancakes. They don't know that the pancake batter that I use is basically low carb with low sugar. They don't know. I made the zucchini pizza crust on Sunday. My friend made it for me. We had pizza as a family. They ate it, right? So it's just those small changes. It's the way you package, the way you communicate about food, the way you communicate about how you live your life. Sorry for the tangent. I just had to go there. Okay, number 6. This one, so number 4, remember I'm allergic. Number 6, this is my other trigger. Don't eat if you're not hungry. So what did I say? Don't eat if you're not hungry. So if you're not hungry, don't eat, okay? Because it's keto doesn't mean you can eat it. So how many of you have had a fat bomb before, right? So each one, let's just say it's 100 calories. Well, who has 3? Oh, those are Lily's dark chocolate chips. Let me just have a handful while I'm making dinner. You got to stop. So I had a mentor, my friend Karen, who taught me years ago, if you bite it, you write it. That I hear her voice every time I'm in the kitchen. Renee, if you bite it, you write it. Now I'm tracking. I haven't been tracking, and you don't have to track. Just if you need a little voice, use my voice. Don't eat it if you're not hungry. Don't eat because you're bored. Don't eat because it's keto. Don't eat just because you're in the kitchen. Many of us think, oh, well, no one's looking. I can just take a bite of the Lily's chocolate, or I can just have, an extra fat bomb, or hey, let me have more cheese, right? Let me have another cheese stick. Every time you eat out of boredom, you're just adding food / calories / sugar / whatever into your body. And those little bites per day add up. So let's say you had 3 great meals today, but you're biting without writing or figuring out what you're eating, and you're not seeing any fat loss. That's because you're cheating yourself. So I really would encourage you guys to not bite it unless you write it. So write that down. Okay. So just if you're tuning in, we are doing the top 10 learnings that I've had in my fat loss journey. All right. So the first was to flip your box, read your labels. Number 2 is water. Drink half of your body weight per day minimum, and track for at least 3 days. You'll see that you're lying to yourself. You're not hitting your water. Add electrolytes to your diet. Doesn't matter how you get it. Pickle juice, Himalayan salt, over-the-counter electrolytes. I have electrolytes if you need them here. Move your body. Move your body. Doesn't matter what. Don't try to kill yourself. Park in the farther spot. Walk around your house. Take the stairs. Do whatever it takes to move your body. Do lunges on commercials. If you have small kids, jump rope today. Keto is not about bacon and butter. I am not eating bacon and butter. I eat a well-balanced diet. I post most of my food to inspire you guys. So if you want to learn more about the keto low-carb diet, let me know. I can share my tips. Number 6, don't eat if you're not hungry. We're on number 6. Number 7 is to track your food. However you want to track your food. If you want to write it down, you want to take a picture, you want to use an app. Number 7 is critically important because a lot of us, and my friends know who you are, watch me either not eat enough in a day or eat too much in a day. So since I've been tracking, I'm on day 9. There's days I'm in the red and there's days I'm not even at the bar. So I'm really trying to understand where my mindset is and with food. And I'm trying to understand what foods are going to keep me full. What are the right foods? So I'm in learning. So tracking for me is learning about me and the food choices that I make. If you want to write it down, if you want to take pictures, whatever it is that will help you just for a few days. It doesn't have to be forever. Understand what you're eating, and it will help you achieve your goals. If fat loss is your goal, my goal, fat loss. Remember, I didn't say weight loss. We're going to get to the next one. Well, number 8. So just make sure that you're tracking. Number 7, how many of you have done intermittent fasting? Okay, so there's 2 sides of the street on intermittent fasting. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it. I believe in it. I do it a couple days per week. I believe it gives my body time to rest. I usually do the 16-hour window, and then I eat within an 8-hour window, and then I don't eat again. And then once a month, I try to do the 60-hour reboot with our company. I don't do it every month. I don't. But I'm going to do November. So if you want to learn more about Reboot, I actually had, I was up late last night. I don't know if you saw me online. Sleep is also important. That's on here. It's number 10. But last night I was up chatting with one of my friends who did the Reboot. And she said not only did the Reboot help her physical body feel less bloated and tired, but her mindset shifted. Her anxieties have gone away. And I was so moved by that. And I said, those are your new cells, baby, because she went the full 60 hours and your body, rejuvenates itself and it creates new cells and it helps with your mindset. And I said, don't stress these new ones out. So if you want to learn more about the Reboot, let me know. Or if you do your own type of intermittent fasting or extended fast, please let me know what you're doing. I would love to hear. Okay, next, number 8, you're going to throw out your scale or you're going to put it in a closet. Yep, I just told you to throw out your scale, put it in the closet, get rid of your scale. Why do you want to get rid of your scale? Because the scale is not defining who you are. The number on the scale, so let's just say it says 200. Yes, I have 200 pounds of love here, okay? But is that who I am? No, but before it said 215 pounds, okay? So I've lost, we'll call it 15 pounds. It's like 14.8. And I'm super excited, but guess what? Yesterday I wore a large sweater. Did you know I was wearing a large sweater? No, but I did. And that's more important to me than the fact that my scale says 200, okay? So if you're like, oh my gosh, you're 200 pounds? You just said 200 pounds on the internet? Yes, I did. Because guess what? I'm flipping my boxes. I'm putting more water in my body. I'm adding electrolytes. I'm moving my body. I'm doing the things that will make this body move in a different direction and have fat loss. However, it's not going to happen fast, and I'm okay with that. And I think that's been the biggest mindset shift for me is every day I was weighing myself going, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. But oh my gosh, I fit in better clothes. How does that make any sense? Because when you're in ketosis, your body is actually shrinking. So it's really important that you throw away the scale or you weigh yourself every couple weeks and you try on clothes that you love or measure your body or do something so you know that you're shrinking. Okay, so do I have your commitment for that? Number 9, I mean, I have to talk about my mom fuel. So ketones, this is my life preserver. This is my, how I do life. Okay, yes, I'm going to drink them forever. They come in caffeinated and uncaffeinated. I drink 1 to 2 per day. I add this to my water. I go in ketosis. And for many of you that may do keto and you go in ketosis and you pee on the strips, just so you know, the strips don't work. The only way to really see your if you're in ketosis is through your blood. So just so you know, if you've been peeing on a stick and you're not seeing ketosis, that's okay. The only way to really see what you're doing with ketosis is through your blood. So if you've done a blood test, I have not. I just know I'm in ketosis. I feel amazing. I get the energy, the appetite suppression. So if you want to know more about my mom fuel, dad fuel, farmer fuel, teacher fuel, nurse fuel, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whatever fuel you want to call it, drop a 5 or 10 day below and I will get you some information. Okay, number 10, it's our friend sleep. Do you guys remember sleep? It's so important. Sleep matters. So I've been tracking my sleep for a week and I sleep actually, but I'm more intentional with my sleep, which is kind of crazy. I did not realize I was usually getting between 5 and 6 hours. Now I get between 6 and 7. So I've improved and I'm super excited about it. However, sleep is number 10. Sleep, like it's shut. So we're starting our day by flipping our food. We're seeing what we're putting in our mouth. We're drinking water. We're adding electrolytes. We're moving our body. We're eating a ketogenic low carb diet that does not consist of butter and bacon. We are not eating when we're not hungry. We're not just eating stuff because it's keto. We're tracking our food. We're doing intermittent fasting. We're throwing away our scale. We're drinking ketones, and then we're sleeping. So that's it. Like, how easy is that? How many of you guys could do what I'm doing? It sounds like a lot, but it's not. And it's baby steps. And have patience and take an accountability partner. If you need me to support you, I have a private group called Better You. You can join my group. And we are all in there helping each other. We are there to support each other. So if you need any support, let me know. You don't have to be keto or low carb to be my friend. You don't have to drink ketones to be my friend, although I'd like you to. But let's connect today. Drop me a heart if you need some support, or PM me or text me if you know me personally. But I hope this helped, and I look forward to helping you throughout your journey just feel better. All right? I love you guys. Have an awesome day.